Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, bet you never thought you'd see another Litehawk Rant video. Me either, to be honest. You know, I gotta tell you, since the Litehawk Challenger, I had let that thing all go finally, and I started to buy their products again, support them, order parts, which I have. However, we have a problem. And this is actually something very major. Okay, this time. This is not just some little rant about a freaking boat that's got a bad hull. Obviously they got hurt really bad from that video, and that's good. Maybe they'll learn something for once. You know, build a better boat, you know. Be a good idea. Of course, Litehawk doesn't build anything because, you know, Joysway made the boat to begin with. Somebody else probably, well, of course, Joysway has the boat. Somebody else may have built it before Joysway, but Joysway actually did the job right with the electronics and everything. And of course, Hobby King has the Relentless. Now, if you look at these three boats, including the Litehawk Challenger, of course, they're all the same. Anyway, we're not here to rant about the Challenger, although it is a bit of a thorn in the side. Once again, it comes back. So, I have a Litehawk Blast Buggy here, okay? Now, since the boat incident, I boycotted them for a while, but I've since bought two Litehawk Brutes, which I love these things. I only bought them because the price was a little cheaper than, you know, so I could go pick them up with Source, than to go order them from China and get the L969, which is the same damn machine anyway. So they were on sale for a cheaper price. Hey, whoever gets the cheaper price gets my bucks, right? And of course, with enough investigating, you guys know I really investigate stuff thoroughly. I know they're all the same machines, and Litehawk doesn't make any other stuff, so whatever. Point is, we got a Litehawk Blast here that my son bought me for Christmas. And it's really cool. I wanted another one. And so anyhow, this is our red one. Yeah. Anyway, so I got to take it out twice now. Second time was yesterday. We actually took it out on the road. And it's all good. And everything seemed to run for the first minute or two. And then it started to hiccup. Okay, my differential wasn't locking on the one side of the wheel properly in drive mode the way it should. It was slipping. Okay, whatever. I can deal with that. I got a spare diff anyway. But hey, if it's warranted, I should be able to get it replaced. Anyhow, the big major problem here is our box. Now, this is the original Design Factor box when these things first came out, even in China, and whoever may have made them before WL Toys got their hands on the patents. Okay. Now, this is a known problem box. And of course, WL Toys learned their lesson on that one, and they replaced it with the good box. Okay. You should blow motors before you blow this box. Okay, this is a good box. We're going to give you some close-ups in here in a minute. So, I was losing range. I started to lose some power. And, of course, the diff's slipping. Alright, whatever. Freshly charged battery. Can't be anything wrong here. Something's going funky. Because I've driven these things out way over 300 feet before. Including this particular one, I've had it out over 300 feet. I know it's got good range. So when it pukes after about 50 feet, there's a problem. And of course, I had my doubts when I saw this receiver in there, and I was right. Now, one thing that Litehawk did that actually China didn't do, or Litehawk had their people do, was to add silicone on the back of these circuits, which is a very bad thing to do, okay? And of course on the fronts as well. The fronts also got done. Now, silicone will suffocate. It will not allow heat dissipation. It's not going to help cool anything. So, and these particular circuits, these four, control your forward and reverse, and yes, they have something to do with your range. Well, we also have a melted bottom end. Okay, full of silicone in there too. Nice job there, Litehawk. Anyway, on a little bit of investigation, I have also discovered that this particular circuit right here where my finger is cracked. Okay, so it's actually fractured. Now, I didn't drive the thing fast. I haven't even had this thing going like full out bore yet. Okay, but the fact is you've got circuits that get extremely hot with no cooling. They're being suffocated. The bottom one here cracked. I haven't pulled the rest of the silicone out of the way on the other one. The top ones are fully vented, so they get a lot of ventilation from the top of the lid, so they're free to breathe. Even though they are being suffocated by silicone on their leads, at least the tops can breathe. Here, it was covered, and there was silicone even over the tops. So, of course, one of our circuits cracked. Okay, so anyways, this new version is actually one I had bought as a replacement from China for my L959. Now you'll notice this is an updated box. You will see this same box even in your Litehawk Brute and all the new Litehawk Blasts. Okay, this is the good box. This is the upgraded box. This is the one where there's actually heat sinks on those same 4 circuits, and they've relocated them as well, which is awesome. Okay, now even with all this ventilation, these tops will still get extremely hot, but okay, the box, this style box, has never yet failed on me. Okay, so now I've blown at least 2 motors in my WL Toys buggy, still using the same box, so I know that these are a good box. Now I only paid $9 for this with free shipping from China. From Litehawk, you're going to pay $15 plus tax plus shipping if you have to buy one. So anyway, so I write Litehawk, I tell them what's going on, I get a response from Corey. Okay, now this is a guy that me and him really don't get along too well. Maybe because I'm smarter than him with this stuff, I don't know what it is, really. You know, of course Litehawk's also pissed about the Challenger boat. I'm sure that came back to bite them really well, and so deservedly so. Anyway, so after having a chat with Mr. Corey and explaining to him what's going on, because in his email he thought I'm talking to him about a boat, and it's like, no, it's not a boat. Of course, he also gave me the link to the Litehawk's part page, and I'm going to bring that email up really quick for you guys, and I'm going to read it to you. I don't need to show it to you on screen because it's in my email and will stay there for a while. All Litehawk products have been tested and designed to perform as claimed out of the box. If you have an issue with a product or a part of a product, please contact us directly. Well, they tell you that in your manual. We cover claims towards manufacturing defects. Well, hey, this is a manufacturing defect, boys and girls, isn't it? Okay, so we know there is nothing worse than having a question or needing replacement part and having nowhere to go. We have all the parts to help you need to keep your Litehawk ripping up the water. Excuse me? It's a freaking buggy. Anyway, Litehawk is not responsible for covering the cost of replacement parts or repair on products that have been damaged due to product use. Now, in short, it is not a manufacturing issue. Parts are available for purchase here. Okay, so Litehawk is not responsible for covering the cost of replacement parts or repair on products that have been damaged due to product use. Well, okay, so you could take that in one way, saying as soon as you take it out of the box, it's not warranted anymore. Really? Funny, my manuals don't say that. They don't even say this. So, now, due to abuse I could see, right? In short, it is not a manufacturing issue. Bull punky. That is a manufacturing defective issue, has been proven probably millions of times, okay? Because I'm sure even China had to replace a lot of these boxes, okay? In fact, I know they did. Because they won't stay together for more than a battery or 2 usually, okay? So, then he gives me, of course, the link to the Litehawk Parts Blast page. So, they're telling me they're not going to cover it. Product use. I'm not even out on the road. Roads are dry, you know. I'm out on the road for like 2 minutes and I lose range. You know, like, what? And then I'm losing power. What? And my rear diff has a problem. Okay, you should be able to turn this wheel here and the other one turns in the opposite. Oh, there, it finally caught the tooth. Oh, there it chatters again. Okay, so we got a differential problem, obviously, boys and girls. They don't care. Okay, so they tell me send the whole car in. No, I'm not paying shipping for that. You know how much it's going to cost me to ship that back to you? About 15 or 20 bucks. Same as what it's going to cost me to ship this and the diff back, which he said, okay, instead of sending the whole buggy, send me those 2 parts. No. We've never had to do this ever before with warranted things. This thing has sat on my shelf since Christmas, okay? Until just the other day. So, anyway, meltdowns are very bad. Meltdown is a suffocation issue. Meltdown is a no heat sink issue, which is why China had these things redone to a proper box, which is why Litehawk had them redone to a proper box. I just got the cream of the crop that was probably in the back corner somewhere that never got shipped to a source store. So when it was purchased, in this case by my son, it had the bad box in it, which, hey, whatever. I figured I might have an issue. And of course, turned out I did. But anyways, I expect that it be replaced under warranty and at no cost to me, because there is no cost to the customer. So I argue this with him, and he says, look, how we treat other customers, his own words, in regards to warranty replacement parts is totally different than how we are going to treat you. Now that is discrimination. That is a lot of probably other friggin' illegal things to say, okay? You don't do that, okay? You don't say that. You don't even think that sort of thing. And I said, excuse me? I'm being treated differently. Why? Because you guys can't deal with the fact that I proved your boat to be a hunk of junk. Your battery was a bad battery in that thing that couldn't withstand the ESC. It's a 25 amp battery, or 25C battery, with a 50 amp ESC that blood sucks it and friggin' boils the battery and puffs it and can cause a fire. This is my problem that you guys screwed up? No. At least Joysway did the job right. They matched everything right. At least Joysway produced a much better hull. Your hull for my particular boat, my first of 2 challenges by the way, had a defective hull, which I proved on video. Not my fault, you guys don't like it. You should have replaced it on the phone when I first called. So you get the bad press for it. Now, of course, we have another bad press. Now, I did let the boat thing go, guys. I finally figured, you know what, $600 down the tubes. Yes, $600, because I had 2 boats. Now, the one boat, my first boat, was the defective boat that was the bad one. And it ended up being hot glued together so I could keep at least driving it for a while. The second boat that I got, okay, I thought, you know, and this is before a big war hit, I'd bought a second one, and I actually hit my wife's little Litehawk Charger boat with this big Challenger, and I hit her at full speed. I scratched the nice custom paint job on her boat, which she still grills me for from time to time. But I blew the whole sponson off the bottom of the boat, and all you saw was plastic shooting everywhere and going bloop, 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 bloop into the lake. It was fun picking up all the pieces. So that was my bad. I don't expect anything from Litehawk because of what I did to that second boat. But the first boat, I expected that they replaced that hull because I even proved it on video. Now, I told Corey, I says, look, bud, I says, I'll cut you a video. And I says, but I'm not spending $15 on shipping. I mean, the whole receiver they want about 15 bucks for, okay? In fact, let me get you an exact price, boys and girls, really quick. Now, I can buy these for $9 a crack, free shipping and no tax from China all day long. Okay, it's got to be on their page somewhere. Well, the differential is going to cost me $8 from Litehawk. I can get it for like half that in China. There we go, receiver board. And we're looking at how much? $15. So, plus tax, plus shipping. So $15 plus $8, that's what, $23? Okay, somewhere thereabouts. Yeah, about 23 bucks. Plus tax, plus shipping. Because they don't want to cover the warranty. And the only way they might even think about it is after I blow $15 to ship them the parts. In which case, if they're going to treat me differently, as they have put it in their own mouth, than they would other customers in this case, what do you think the chances are that they're going to actually send me replacement parts for free? Which they should, because it's warranty. And it's a manufacturer's defect. Okay? Pretty slim to none, isn't it? So, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm going to finish off my videos as I promised you guys my other Litehawk stuff that I've bought since. Because, you know, I did release the boycott that I did. And I bought other products. Now, I'm very happy with my Brutes. You know, they're still running great. Why? Because I got a good box. You know, but I'm not buying parts from Litehawk ever again. I can get all my parts from China for these things at way less money. And, like I said, free shipping and no tax. But I might even just convert this thing to a more fuller hobby grade like I did with my WL Toys machine. You know, so I'm done with Litehawk. Like I said, I'll do those videos for you guys to finish those off, and that'll be the end of that. And whenever those toys decide to die, unless I sell them first, that'll be it, you know, because I'm not going to fix them. And as far as these things go, well, I can keep fixing them anyway. I can keep fixing my brute because I can get the parts from China. Also, for those who do not know, just as a little side note, ProPal has come out with the Urban Renegade, which is a Litehawk brute, which is WL Toys L9 69. And they apparently are going to have full part support for that ProPal. Now, I don't know what their parts are going to cost, but I do know this one. ProPal has a policy that when you sign up with them, with your machine for warranty, you get free parts for a year for replacement parts, which is kind of cool of them. Litehawk doesn't even do that much. And they're treating me differently than they would other customers. And that was something that Corey should never have said verbally. You know, you can think that stuff, but you don't ever say that to your customer, okay? Now, that's just the way it is. So that is really telling me that this is very, very bad. And so obviously they were burnt very, very badly on my video for the boat, but that was their problem. They didn't want to do anything for me, and it wasn't my fault that the boat split apart, you know, running on the waves and stuff. Okay, that's how the boat is supposed to be driven. It's a catamaran, okay, and driving slow, driving little fast spurts, that's the way it's made to be done. So I drove it within the use it was supposed to be done. I've driven this, of course, no problems, and then the box goes bye-bye because it overheated, okay? That's a heat issue that happens with that particular box unit. And I mean, come on guys, that's melted. You know, that's really bad. You know, it's not like the ESC is completely toasted. Here, let's plug it in for you and show you what happens. I'm going to plug this in. Turn on our radio. I'm going to plug in our battery. Goes in one way. Now you guys can see this on screen really good here. Yep, okay, so you know this is their box, this is their hunk of junk box. Oh, got to turn the power switch on. Should be able to turn it on. There we go. Oh, we're not even getting it. Oh, there we go. We got some juice there. But today we have no steering. Oh yes, we didn't plug the steering in, that's why. My bad, sorry. Alright, turn power off. Plug in the steering. Actually, I'm gonna angle this down. Okay. So, juice. It does still steer. It is still running, okay? Where the problem is the range and the actual power, okay? I can get about 50 feet away and that's it, no more signal, okay? That's what happens, just farts right out. So, at least that's better than what usually happens, because what usually happens is you actually explode these circuits down below with solder everywhere and then everything's done. So, and there's many different things that can happen. I've had people ask me, Cav, why is my Litehawk Blast not going reverse anymore? Well, that's because 2 out of these 4 circuits went la-la. Okay, so you need a new receiver board. Cav, why does my steering not work? Well, if you got it wet, you probably killed the servo. If you didn't get it wet, well, there's another section of the board that controls that too, along with those circuits, and that's what happened, went la-la, so buy a new receiver. Basically, most of your problems are going to result in the receiver. Cav, why do I have no power going to my back wheels at all? Well, your receiver is toast. Why? Because about 2 out of 4 of these little puppies just went kabyes on you, okay? So, and this is a very well-known issue that's happened a lot, because I get a lot of questions about these machines, okay? And I know these machines inside and out. I know every single problem that happens, and most of it is always related to the receiver board, and usually this version. It is a very rare occasion I ever get asked about this particular version of the receiver board as being a problem. Now, another thing, of course, that can lose no power to your machine is if you multimeter test your motor wires and you got juice, then you toasted your motor. And that has happened commonly because people don't break their motors in right. So, and of course Litehawk doesn't tell you either how to break your motor in, because of course they want more money. They know they're going to make more money, you know, at X amount of dollars per motor. So we try to teach you guys how to break your brushed motors in right so that they'll last a lot longer at least, you know, and they won't die as soon. So, my rant is done. This little box is gonna go goodbyes. Okay, at least I got some good spare parts. The rest of it is finished. I can't deal with a buggy that can only go 50 feet and calf out on me. I mean, what good is that? You know, I should be able to go 300-400 feet with this buggy. I should have good power response. And you know, yes, the wheels are running, guys, and I'm sure Litehawk's gonna see this video. So yes, guys, yes, the wheels do still run. Yes, I still got steering. My issue is we have a range issue, we have an overheat issue, we have a cracked circuit here, which is a big problem, and it's the worst nightmare of a board system, which I'm surprised that you guys at Litehawk did not have this taken care of before you even released these things. Okay, that should have been your #1 priority had you done your own research before having these machines produced with your logos on them. Okay, because these boxes work awesome. Okay, and like I said, they now ship all the machines with these new boxes. This was just one that was sitting in the corner, probably in the warehouse, for God knows how long before it hit the store. And I happened to get the luck of the draw with it, which, hey, whatever. But you know what? There's a good point to all this. A, I got a rant out of this. B, they've now discriminated me verbally over the phone and saying that they're going to treat me differently than they treat other customers in regards to warranty claims. Okay? And of course, that's related, of course, to the boat. Okay? And we know that, all right? Because otherwise, if I never would have crabbed about that boat, and I would have just bought the hull and ate it and not bitched, and not did a video, I guarantee you, I'd have parts in the mail right now on the way, okay? But I am going to crab when it comes to a warranty issue. I put out good money for those boats. Like I said, boat #2 was my bad. Boat #1 was their bad. Point is, you don't put out $300 and then something happens that's a natural occurring problem, okay? You're supposed to be able to go in the waves with boats. You're supposed to be able to do some jumping with boats, okay? You guys have seen what I've done with that boat on camera on all my videos. And I've done nothing that would actually self-destruct the ABS hull if it was built properly, okay? Because there were a lot of hulls that were actually built right, and those guys have had no problems, okay? But there are also hulls that have. There's also electronic issues they've had too. I never had an electronic issue other than a battery issue. Other people that I know have had ESCs catch fire, literally, okay? They've had receivers toast, they've had motors toast, and of course battery problems. Always battery problems, okay? Because it's not a powerful enough battery. So, that kind of proves that somebody at Litehawk didn't do their research before they started allowing production to take place for that machine. And yeah, they frauded themselves on their own stuff, which they've never changed that, but hey, that's their problem. And they know darn well that that canopy is not watertight, okay, or waterproof, which waterproof does mean watertight, okay? Let's look into the RC world a little further. Traxxas has waterproof servos that they will back 100%. They are waterproof. You can take them mudding, you can take them in. You can drive most of the Traxxas vehicles right into the lake, have them soaking in there, and drive them right back out. Use them as paddle boats to get around, okay? And those electronics are safe, okay? Well, none of this stuff says waterproof anywhere on the Buggy, which is fine, because I never got any of the electronics actually wet on this thing, okay? Now, when it comes to that boat, though, waterproof canopy? No. Waterproof receiver. It's written waterproof right on the receiver. Joy's Way did the same stupid thing with the receiver. They put actually waterproof on there. It's really, the only proofing that it is that if you get water in it, you can get the water out of it and blow it out and it works again. okay? Which you should put the receiver in a bag, because nobody actually produces a waterproof receiver anywhere on this planet other than probably Traxxas, okay? So that kind of tells you a little bit. But anyways, that's my rant. This is where we're at with this. I am no longer dealing with Litehawk products whatsoever for supporting their company anyways. You know, I will deal with China from now on for a lot less money and free shipping, and who cares if I gotta wait 3 or 4 weeks to get my parts. I'm saving a ton of money. I can buy 2 of these for only a couple of dollars more, okay, than what I would pay at a Litehawk. Actually, when you do the math, I guess, $15, $17.50, so $2.50 for that plus the taxes. Actually, from China is about $18 even, so I'm actually saving money. I can get 2 from China of the good boxes for the price of 1 of these at Litehawk. That's amazing. And I only have to wait a couple of weeks to get 2 for the price of 1. Okay, and all their parts are like that, you know, from China. They're a lot cheaper, and it's all free shipping, so hey, why not? You know, I'm gonna wait. But these things are really hard to break anyway. And like I said, this is a good box, but it never hurts to have a spare 1 or 2 kicking around, just in case, because you never know. Maybe you go through a puddle, you get it wet, you're gonna toast this thing. It's not waterproof, you know. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope Litehawk watches this, because guys, you discriminated me by saying what you did, that you're going to treat me differently. And that is the one thing you do not ever do or say to any customer, period. Anyways, guys, catch you on the next video.